So today's conversation is with an ex-Big Brother housemate, season 6, Shine Your Eyes housemate. And I know you can't wait to meet her. She's so pretty. Like, I'm meeting her in person and I'm like, oh wow. The screen wasn't, Big Brother was not even doing justice to her beauty. But yeah, with me is Beatrice.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Hi
Hi,
Beatrice.
It's
hi.
good to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
I
having
like your
me.
shades. It's like blade, blade shades, right?
Yeah, you
I
can
didn't
come
I
with the
didn't I
queen
didn't
of
want to
shades.
I didn't want to tell her before. Now let's tell her on screen that your shades is actually cute. I like it.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
All right, cool. So, let's go straight into the conversation so we don't log it.
Okay.
I know you've been around, or you've been to a number of interviews, and you've been asked a number of questions. And you're probably tired of the questions you've been asking, right? But let me ask you this. Trust me, I won't go that route. I want to ask you this. How was life before? How was life growing up for you? How was it growing up for you?
I grew up in a very strict family where I was not allowed to mingle with lots of people. I was not allowed to have friends, so I had just one childhood friend. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you said it was strict, but were you allowed to do certain things, or was it rigid, like you were just in a cage, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I was in a cage actually, in a cage, and I felt
In a
it.
cage.
Yeah, not like
Was
real
your
cage,
dad
like
like in the military?
no, you know when you don't want like I had elder brothers. Look, I have elder brothers. You get
Mm.
so then they were like, you know how brothers can be jealous. You
Mm.
understand? So they were
Very
just
protective of their
yes, they were
sister.
too protective,
Mm.
overprotective, and that was very very difficult for me.
So, at what stage did you open up? There's a difference because when you're coming from that background, as someone who was, inside the house most of your
Mm.
life, at what point did you actually come out of or
You
realize that
decide
there's
that.
fun
Well, ah,
outside?
there was no time. Oh, I had to just okay see what happened. It was difficult to a point that I decided to get married. Just now, I felt like okay, maybe if I get married, I'll find someone that will be my best friend. Just have a man that will just be there for me and allow me to do whatever I.
Want to do.
Do you understand?
Mm.
So then the only thing that came to my head, school did not come to my head, was just to get married. So I got married at the age of 19.
Oh yeah.
So that was a way of like moving away from the family and all the things they were doing. Like they were too strict, so I just wanted to move away from that home. And
So did
unfortunately, I moved from fire to fire. That's how they call it, fire
frying pan
pan
Fry
to
to
pan to
fire.
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 Yeah,
I can only imagine how tough that must have been.
it was
Like
really tough.
And 19. I
at
mean, was
19.
it was it a family decision? Where are you from?
No, I'm
And
from
for
Port
your
Harcourt, Illinois.
protective brothers, how did they even
It was
allow
not
you
easy. Oh. It was not
married
easy
at marry
because
at that
I
age?
remember what happened was that I wanted to like kill myself. You understand? Because they did not allow me to marry the guy. My parents did not allow me. My brothers were hitting me here and there that you can't marry this person and all that. But and I still I was still struggling. I was still telling them that this is what I want to do and this is what I wanted to get married to. You get
Mm.
so when I pulled that stunt, like I wanted to kill myself, that was when my dad was like, okay, let's just allow her get married and let her do whatever she wanted to do. So when the marriage started getting tough for me, I could not complain to anybody to get because they already told me from the start that see this thing you're doing, you are your own, no, you
Mm.
get. So I just kept everything that happened to me during the period I was married to myself.
Mm.
And how were you able to are you still in the marriage? I would assume you're not.
Nah, not.
But how were you able to break free?
It was nice. Yeah. Do we continue with this topic or what to
No,
do?
no,
We'll
no,
move, we'll
actually,
move
but
on. We'll move
I
on.
like
Okay, so
I'm
it
so
was not easy.
curious.
This our society. They'll be like, if you leave your marriage, you're wayward, you're going to follow men and all that. So I talked to myself. I was like, okay, Beatrice, if you're going to leave this place, you're going to just know that you're going to hustle. You don't have anybody out there. This was what I was telling myself. You don't have anybody out there. If you're living here, just know that you're leaving to go and hustle.
Mm.
You understand? And I told myself, see, even if I'm going to stay under the bridge and sell pure water and then from there own a pure water factory, do you understand? No problem. So See, I'm too emotional. Don't make me cry.
I know, right? But okay, let's switch it up a bit. So
We'll
a
come
lot of
back to that. I would come back to that. Wait, let me let you just cool down a
a lot
bit.
of people felt you were actually timid on the show. Do you think that's right? Do you think,
Timid.
yeah, do you think their perception about you on the show is actually who you are?
You feel like you were, you feel like you were shy,
Yeah, you're laid
one,
back.
and yeah, I feel like you were shy, basically.
Okay. See, people misinterpreted me being calm and observant as being in my shell. Do you understand? I'm calm. Do you understand? I like to observe before I interact. Do you get? So I was just being calm and I was just observing. Do you get? And I can remember that I was doing well in the house because I talked to most people like Boma, Mazi, and some other people, and I was still trying to understand the other people. To get so there's nothing like I was not in my shell. I was just observing to get. And I remember the first week I have some. I can remember the prank.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
prank. I pranked like almost you guys were also. You
Yeah.
thought it was real. You get even the organizers too. I'm sure they thought it was real. You get and with Boma too. It's just that I noticed that Boma wanted to do to me what he's doing to Queen right now. So I said to just
What is he doing to Queen?
like, don't worry.
No, you have to tell us what's it doing to Queen.
I saw like Boma is this kind of person that likes to talk.
Do you think he's
understand,
very
like-
mischievous?
Yes, he is.
Mm.
Yes, he is.
Well, do you think
So-
he's who he is, or it's just for the game?
He is who he is.
So he's like a
That's
mischievous
Boma.
person
Yes,
normally.
that's Boma.
Mm.
That's Boma.
So on the show, you talked about a certain musician that wanted to help you, but
No, see, the funny thing about that is, I'm sure you thought that nobody heard that or got that information because I saw the way you were having that conversation. I think it was with one of the guys. I can't remember the name now. But it was one of the guys. I was telling him about the person, and you eventually mentioned the name of the person.
Did I mention the name of the
Yes, you
person?
did.
Oh my god.
I'll tell the person. Yeah, let me tell you. Come on.
Jeez.
that means you have to tell me too. That's
Are you
cheating.
serious?
Kira, codes.
Ooh.
Yeah, you did. Actually, I watched that particular episode.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't be messing around.
No, you don't even have to
I
mention
pay
it.
attention to
But
everything.
but really, yeah, it's actually a problem a lot of young girls face
Yeah.
in the entertainment industry. So
Yeah.
if you faced that, and you didn't give in, of course, did you?
I did not.
So
But
can
wasn't
you
the first time, I guess.
No, it was.
so tell us what was it like? How were you able to,
Things like
get
that
past
happen
that?
quite frequently. Do you get? And I'm this kind of person that I like to be myself. Do you get? I like when I get things the way I want to get them, not the way the other person wants me to get them. So when something like this happens, what I do is I just stay away from the person. You get? I stay away from the person and look for another way for me to get that particular thing,
Okay.
or just let it happen naturally. You get? If I push for something too much and I see that okay, so this person wants me to give him my body for this thing that I want, I just know that thing is not for me. So I'll just pull back and just wait and see when the particular, like when it's for me, it will just, when something is for you now, it just comes without you struggling.
Naturally.
Just that, like this
True.
Big Brother Naija, I remember how I struggled the previous seasons. Do you get the previous auditions? Until this one, I did not struggle too much. It was just like this, and then I entered. So I like to be myself. I like to go for what is for me and not what somebody wants me to come and pay to get it. To get, yeah.
Now, I'm thinking about this. First off, trying to make it in Nigeria as a lady is it can be difficult. Maybe not totally,
Absolutely.
but in some spaces it can be a very hard line to actually pass, right? And whatever situation led to that space that played out between you and this particular person, like you said it has happened before. Maybe not with him, maybe with other people,
Yeah.
other public figures in quotes, right? Do you feel like everything that has happened to you, like over the years, do you feel like it's as a result of what you've gone through growing up?
Okay, like even this one that
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think so. I'm sure people who did not go through what I went through
Mm.
also face this kind of things. Do
Mm.
you understand? I also meet people who want to sleep with them to give them a post or something.
I mean, but because you resisted,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah,
this
so
is,
did
it's-
your
it's-
experience in life give you the strength to resist?
Okay,
I think
to
that's what he's
resist, okay.
asking, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think so.
I mean, 'cause if you think about-
yes,
okay.
yes, especially the family I come from.
Yeah.
So you understand? It's where the family where I come from. Of course, yes.
Do you
Like
feel
when
like
I remember, like when they try to like, okay, this is what I want you to do. it just takes me back to
I remember where you're from,
yeah,
where you're
remember
coming
my
from.
family. I
Yeah.
just be like, your father will kill you.
Mm.
Your father, your brother will kill you. Just, you understand? So of course it helps.
Have you ever been close to any celebrity to the point of dating?
No, I haven't. That's because I don't want to do celebrity dating thing, because how long do you want to continue moving from one celebrity to another?
What if he walks
Do you
out
get?
or he walked out?
It should work out in a way that it will work out. Like if it's going to work out, it just be something like, it should not be something everybody should see. And me, I like the relationship. What they call it, is it the pay or the
Which one?
relationship where we have to be everywhere, play everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it like PDA?
Yeah, exactly.
Public
PDA.
display of affection.
Exactly. I like that.
Are you
get.
sure you
And
like it?
Of course I do. I really do.
You like PDA?
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
okay.
I like it. And now, if I want to do this relationship with a celebrity, we have to hide it, because I don't want a situation where the relationship will not work. You understand? And everybody now be like, okay, she has been with this one, and now you want
But
to. You said,
but you know, as a celeb, there's no way you're hiding.
I was going to say that.
Maybe,
There's
maybe,
almost
maybe
very
Gist
little.
Lover. You know Gist Lover, right? Gist Lover will find a way. And he will just start, hello, tue.
Violence.
Okay. I mean, okay. Now let's go back a bit. Let's go back a bit, okay?
Okay.
Because I want this conversation to flow real good. Let's go back a bit. Now, when you got married,
Okay.
right? Like when you made it, was it your decision? Like, did you make a conscious decision? I mean, because it felt like you didn't go to school or you didn't finish school. Okay, what education or what level of education did you stop
I
at?
just
before
finished secondary school. I was still trying. I think it was almost time for jam. You understand? Just finished
Yeah.
my WAEC and I was just waiting for jam. That was when it happened.
Okay, so you didn't go to the university at all?
No. I did, but when I was in the marriage. Yeah.
Oh, you did when you were okay, but what
Because
happened?
he promised that he was going to take me to school, you get, and all that he would take care of everything in my schooling. So when I got into the marriage, it was even my mom and my siblings that went around, like helping me with the whole registration thing and all that.
So would you say you were like your family was well to do?
Of course, yes.
So the only reason you married was because you
I
needed
wanted
absolute
freedom, and I wanted a man, a best friend that will help me and teach me how things are done.
And now you got the freedom. I mean,
And
you
now-
eventually got the freedom that you
Like, she
wanted
didn't
then.
get it. I guess you didn't
Or
get
did you,
it.
or did
the
you
way
get it? Or were you still in the marriage and you felt like you were still at home? Like you felt like you were still maybe with your family?
I felt like I was in a place worse than home.
Yeah, that's why
Like,
she said fry pan to
for
fire.
fry pan to fire to get so.
And so let's dive deeper into your marriage. That's it. Okay, first off, how long was it for?
It was for 6 years.
6 years.
6 years.
6 years.
You really tried.
And that 6 years, I was the one pushing it. I was the one trying to make it work. It was very difficult though. Well,
6 years.
As you were really naive when you got married. So for you to even have the courage, the strength to keep pushing for 6 years,
Oh, but you did 6 years.
Like-
I'm thinking about it.
you're
Okay.
a superwoman. Trust me.
Was there? I mean, you are a superwoman anyway.
You are a superwoman.
And shout out to you. Okay? I mean, you're like the strongest lady in the house. Maybe up until GMK came in. You look like lady. They do like a fight in the house, like maybe like beats the girls in the house. But yeah,
The marriage lasted for 6 years. What was I think they said the straw that broke the camel's back
Yeah.
for you, because you were the one you were the strength, you were the pillar of that marriage. So at what point did you know that, you know what, I'm done, this is it?
like 5 times. I was
yeah.
done 5 times, but I was still in the house. Do
Did he
understand? I was
beg
not
you?
just that. No, he never. I was the one begging all through. Even when he annoyed me, I'll go and beg him, because if I don't do that, like we will not talk for like 3 months or 4 months. Do you get? Or
And you'll be in the same
I
house.
will still be in the same house, and I will not see money. Do you get? Because I was not allowed to do anything. When I went to talk to him about the business that I wanted, this hair business that I wanted to do, he was like, "Is either I leave school and do the hair business, or I go to school." Do you get? So I was like, okay, let me continue with the school thing. And it was difficult. These are things that I don't like to talk about, you get, because it will just make me cry.
You know, I'm really passionate about what you're saying right now, because I keep saying it. A lot of African parents, they don't give their children the room to to express themselves. You know, that's why most of us grow up with identity crisis, or we grow up with different kinds of trauma. You know, so it's really nice that I can hear you talk about this. You know, and trust me, you're a strong woman. You are a strong woman.
I mean, I believe that all ladies are strong in one way or the other. You know? But let me ask this: at the point of the marriage, was there any was there a child?
Yes, I have a child. He's 7,
Okay.
and he's he's one of the major reasons that kept me in that marriage, because they be like, you can't leave the boy, you have to stay with the boy, you have a child now, you've given birth, who will want to marry you, you're second hand and all that, you understand? So I had to just stay there, because of my son, to take care of my son, and maybe just see how I can manage and just be the prayerful, how they tell you, prayerful wife, wear your sexy clothes and all that. But in my own marriage, I was not allowed to wear sexy clothes. But before the marriage, I used to wear sexy clothes. But after the marriage, it was like, okay, if you're going to school, you have to put on dress like a married woman, wear the buba thing and all that. I'm not that buba girl. I like to dress sexy. And you understand, I'm not like sexy. When you're going to class, you just dress nice. So all those things used to annoy him.
Do you mind if I ask one question though?
Okay.
How old was your husband?
I wanted to ask that.
I think
Because why would you tell a
when
young
I was
girl?
19, he's 15 years older than me, so you can just calculate.
So at
when
19, he
19,
was 34.
34, yeah, 35. I
Wow.
was 35 when I was 19.
Oh.
So it was not easy. When this society and they tell you to stay, pray, wear sexy clothes and all that.
Yeah.
I prayed. You understand? Like I prayed though. In fact, that marriage made me a very prayerful woman. Do you get? Like, I remember once when I asked him, why did you marry me? He said, because my mom is a prayerful woman. I was like, eh?
Yeah.
So because my mom is a prayerful woman, you're married because my mom is a prayerful woman, not because you love me or anything. Do you get? So I don't blame him, Sha. It's not his fault, it's not my fault.
Do you guys still talk?
You said?
Do you still talk? I mean, it's the
We
father
don't
of your
talk.
child.
Since I left him, he has not called me.
Oh,
You
really?
understand? Yes, and I did
What
not
about
like
his child?
the child is with me, but he goes to him sometimes. Like
Do
it's
you,
just
do you feel like, of course, it will happen someday. The child will ask, the question
I still talk to my child. I still buy things
about his dad,
whatever.
about his or her dad. Is it a lady or a guy?
It's a guy.
Okay.
He sees his dad whenever he wants. He stays with the dad.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay,
he comes
but
to
you
my
both
house.
don't have a
We
conversation.
don't have a conversation.
But he says it.
The way I left, I just packed my things after the last physical abuse I had.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
There was
Because
physical
what happened
abuse.
that day? Yes, serious one. I remember so many times I slept outside, like slept beside the fence outside my house. Do you get? Because we had little issue. He told the gateman not to let me inside. You guess I had to sleep beside the gate, like outside the house, beside the gate. And then so many times I don't sleep for staircase before.
in your own marriage,
Yeah,
as
yes.
a married woman.
As a married woman, I slept on the staircase, So
Okay, this is. I know this is not me, but.
I mean, let's calm down
so
a bit.
after
Okay.
the physical abuse, what happened was that day he said after school, as a final year student, you have to go back to school to for your project,
That's
to go
right.
see your project supervisor and all that. So I told him that I wanted to go see my project supervisor so many times. He did not allow me to. So that day, the supervisor called me. I was like, it's like you're not, how this lecturer is. Like, you're not serious with this thing. Do you understand? So I had to just drive straight to the school that day. Like, that was in the morning. Nobody was at home. So I go back around 3. Understand? So when I go back, my son and his cousin were already at home, and the guy is around 14, someone that can just make noodles for them to eat. He already made noodles for them, you understand? So we are just home playing, because I like to play a lot, especially with them. When like I was not allowed to have friends when I was small, so now I have a child and his cousin, and so I play like a child with them. Just that we used to play like children, like this hide and seek thing. You get, not like I play like that play. Like, I have to respect myself as
Yeah, of course.
You understand, but I play with them a lot. So we were just playing that day, and then when he comes back from work, my son will just quickly come and tell me, "Mommy, my dad is back. Go to your room. Go to your room," because he knows that. Yeah, because he knows that something will happen. Is that the dad will shout or something. So he came to me that day and told me that my dad is
Lord
back.
have mercy.
Go to your
He
room.
was
So I
doing all
quickly
of
went
this
to
in
my
front
room.
of your kid.
Of course, I quickly went to my room, and then when he got back, he shouted my name. Once he said Beatrice, I knew there is wahala. So I came out of my room and was like, "Where did you go today? Where did you go today?" And that day he came home early because normally he comes around 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 12 a.m. He said because of his kind of job, and yeah, I still up to now I still understand that it's because of his kind of job. So that day he came early like 6 p.m. and he immediately entered the house. He called my name. I came out of my room, and the next thing, where did you go? Where did you go? So I was trying to explain to him, and the next thing I had the punch here, and I have the pictures. I had the punch here, and then on the left side of my eye, that's affected me
Why
for
do you
months. So
why do you keep the pictures?
where
Why
do
do
I
you
keep
keep
the
the
pictures?
pictures?
Just to remember, because I almost died that
I
day.
think
You know
if
when
it's
they,
me
you know
too.
when you know when something happens to your head, but it's affecting your chest, like it's affecting your heart, like you're dying. Just that I felt like I was dying. I was dying actually, Chige. But when I saw my son, was just looking at
It
me.
was just the hope you needed, right? Like your son was like the reassurance that just keep on fighting, keep on going.
Yeah, something like that. Cause I remember very well that I was going, like I was on the floor and I was dying, but the punch was here. Chige, like I was dying. Chige, the strength, there was no strength, and I just saw my son there, just looking at me like this. I was like, God, if you just allow me to leave this one time, I will leave this house.
Mm.
Do you understand? So the stress started coming, So I went to my room, called my mom, and just explained to her and all that. So after 2 weeks, after 1 week, I still had the injury. It was big. I just packed my bag. I didn't talk to him about it. I don't know nothing. I just carried my bags, talked to my cousin, talked to my son, I had to talk to him, explain to him. The guy understands, and I'm sure when he goes, he understands because he has seen his dad hit me so many times. So back then, that was how I left the place. And since I left, he has not called like, where did you go? Where are you? Do you understand? Up till now that I'm talking, he hasn't, and I don't care.
I mean that's fine. I
I
mean
mean,
it's important to move on.
on a
Yeah.
lighter note, we're all proud of you. I'm sure that seeing you on TV and I'll be like, this is my wife. Who is supposed to be my wife,
I don't think so. He's not.
He's not that kind of guy. Abi.
He's not. He's not. Because when I came out of the house, I heard some things like he refused to subscribe. DSTV refused to do this DSTV subscription because he heard that.
You were in the house.
Yes, exactly.
So you didn't watch him. You didn't watch
and he
DSTV till you came
yeah,
out.
he did not.
That's what.
He did
Okay,
not.
maybe
I mean,
I'm
let's
being
even, let's,
too.
I-
Maybe I'm being
want
too
to even-
emotional, but
He
I
did
feel
not.
like looking into the screen
Until
and
when I
like.
came out of the house.
That's when I started watching again because
Yes,
you're not
then
on
he
the show
subscribed.
again. So let me
Yes.
just watch now.
Then he subscribed, and
So
I heard
it
it.
means he was even keeping tab because how did he know you were on the show?
No,
How did he know you were out of the
news would go
show?
out now.
Everywhere.
Nah,
Do
come
you
on.
understand? Like,
News
you're
would go
here,
out.
True that.
of
News
course.
would go out. I mean,
True
what is
that.
it? BB
Aside the
Nigeria?
news, even
Yeah,
he
true
thinks
that.
like he goes out a lot with his friends.
Even
So
social
news is,
media.
Yeah, social media, the TV, everybody's watching Big Brother Nigeria at the moment. So
So let me ask this: what was the going for the show? What did you hope to gain?
going for the show, okay, see, I'm a fashion model, do you get?
Yeah.
And this industry, like this entertainment industry, if you're not very known, if people don't really know you,
Yeah.
people will not seek
Work
for
with you.
people will not work with you, do you get? So I wanted people to see me, do you get, as a fine girl, do you get?
Abi,
Yes, now, as
Absolutely.
a fine girl, like there are things that I can do, like fashion modeling and acting. Do you understand? So I just wanted to push myself. I wanted to showcase myself. Do you get? So I thought they have to showcase myself, and of
So
course I
since you've
did.
been
Yeah.
out, what have you done to showcase yourself?
A lot now.
Tell
A lot.
us. What do you do?
A lot. Like right now, my clothing brand.
Yeah.
We're already working on it. You understand? So because we were out of stock. And we have 1 or 2 things right now, but we've not posted them. You get? So we are still working on more designs, and there's a script for a movie already, but I'm still going through it. So I'm not sure if it's something that I can do. You get?
Okay.
I'm still going through it though, but with what I've seen, I'm not sure it's something that I want to do. But of course, I'm open for acting. You get? And lots of things. You guys should
when
just
when you say something you want to do, do you mean it goes against?
not that it goes against. It's just
Is it too exposed for you, or is too much for you?
Yeah, what do you mean by it's not what?
how do I put it now, guys?
Is it like they're trying to make you uncomfortable? It's really they're trying to make you uncomfortable and do some things that, or act a role that you would probably never do, or the script is just not interesting enough.
It's not interesting.
I felt like that's what you're going to
Exactly, the
say.
script is
Like they're not
uninteresting.
giving you what
Yes, I
you
want
really need.
something with vibe. You understand? People already see me like that's quite. I have different versions of me. I have Beatrice, the calm and observant, and I have the Beatrice, the other, the what do I?
You have like, okay, have you seen about Ghetto?
Yes, that
You have like,
Omogeto.
you see two
Yes.
of us, yeah,
Multi-personality.
So I want something
we
like
get
that
in it.
because I want to do the action movie thing, not the. You understand? I want more of action movies where I have to like your money or your life.
Ah, that's good. That's good. So you have like an alter ego. You have the quiet Beatrice and you have the Beatrice that will look for Wala to
The
find the
action
Wala.
Exactly.
Beatrice.
That makes
So let
a
me
lot of
ask you
sense.
one question. From you were in the sixth Big Brother Nigeria, yeah. So from the past ones, excluding Shine Your Eyes, which you were on, which one would you rather be on?
The previous one.
Yeah, from the previous one.
The previous like this
Lockdown, right?
one, lockdown.
Yeah.
Yes, because I feel they
So
have.
you'd have given
people,
Erica Wala.
not like Erica. Like we have someone like Mengi, the quiet girl. I believe people like that. We have like we could.
Relate.
Do you understand? Like.
I get you.
Guys.
I get you. I mean, regardless, I think you shall went to the show, right? And whether you like it or not, it's different. When you got in and now that you're out, it's totally different. The vibe
Like
is totally different.
I saw. I mean, I saw.
I mean, the show.
I also
everyone is
like
talking about.
the good humor Beatrice,
I
funny
mean,
Beatrice. Did they see this part of you in the house?
I'm not sure.
they didn't
Ah.
wait to see it. Like,
They didn't see it.
I didn't wait. There was no time. Because I believe that I was part of the people that were saying that.
Who told you there's no time? They refused to see because White Money saw it. So.
White Money
Just
saw
2
it.
weeks. Of course, just 2 weeks.
You know, we are limited to what the camera will show
True.
us.
Yeah.
There are a number of cameras in the house, but it was just one screen.
Okay, you're talking about the people outside.
Yeah,
Outside,
outside.
House. Okay.
Yeah. We didn't
Okay.
because a lot of people felt like towards the week when you were evicted, you were beginning to open up, or you were becoming out more. So people felt like, nah, we needed more of that in the house. But it is what it is. At the end of the day,
At what point are we going to have this drink?
Well, you can have your drink. You want to cheers to it?
Yes, I want to cheers to. I want to cheers to strong woman. Like.
Okay, cheers to.
Do you have to do that?
I don't.
Just take it raw.
So
I don't actually drink a lot, but
Okay.
yeah.
cheers to good days ahead for you, Beatrice. Cheers to everything you wish for yourself, a good life,
Yeah.
more money, everything.
Cheers.
Don't listen to anybody saying anything. Because
Me,
people say
I don't
things.
listen to people. You know me, I like to be myself. I like to do things that I'm comfortable with. I don't like
Yeah.
people pushing me around. Just let me take my time. Allow me take my time and allow me do my thing.
Mm.
Understand? Even if you want me to, vibe now, shake body, just allow me. That time will come in, I will vibe and shake
You
body.
go just come out.
Do you understand? And when I go begin the vibe, they shake that
You said
body.
with the fear, say,
Even the fear, say now I'll be coming
No,
down.
no,
Do you understand?
no.
Yeah. So I just like
No.
to observe first and take my time.
Mm.
Exactly. Just like, do you know that since I came out and I started posting pictures, people are like, is this Beatrice? Is this the Beatrice we know?
Yeah,
I
I think that's like a thing with
Yeah.
most quiet people. Like when you go into the house and come out,
yeah,
there's this.
because that house is like another world. Oh.
I'm even having this concept and thing. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
Just kill social media. Everybody just run mad. You
Mhm.
understand? But yeah, Beatrice, thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you so
Thank you for having
much.
me.
And
Thank you
our
so
conversation
much.
was very easygoing. I just wanted to know more about you. I didn't want to know what happened because I seen what happened in the house. So I didn't want to start asking questions about what happened. I wanted to know Beatrice, because I'm a beacon, one way or the other. Okay, so
it's been a privilege listening to you and hearing your story. I can relate with it to an extent, and I'm proud of the woman you're.
oh, she a relationship.
High five to
Thank
All right, now, guys, it was fun, and thank you for watching. It was a good conversation. All right, it was a good conversation. Thank you for
It really
watching.
was.
Cheers.